Do you want to be made well? In our gospel reading today, there is a pool. And by that pool, where people seek healing, there is a man who has been sick for a very, very long time 38 years. He has been sick longer than the life expectancy of his time and place. He has been sick longer than most people around him have been alive. And he's waiting. He's waiting for healing. He's waiting for something. And then a man who he doesn't know approaches him and asks, "Do you want to be made well?" In response to this question, he tells this man and us what these last 38 or so years have been like for him. I have no one to help me down into the pool when the water is stirred up and everyone goes down ahead of me. He's been sick for 38 years, and no friend or family member or neighbor has sat still long enough with him to help him down into the pool before someone else gets in ahead of him. 38 years. This is something that being healed in his body won't immediately fix. These waters that he is next to will cure his body, but they won't cure loneliness. They won't immediately bring those people back into his life. And it's a good thing for him that this man who's approaching him is Jesus. And he offers more than physical healing. He asks him, "Do you want to be made well?" This word well in Greek means health, soundness, completeness, wholeness. It means wholeness. We should know this because it's actually the exact same in English. Whole and heal have the same root word in English. When we experience healing, we are experiencing wholeness, and when we feel whole and complete and fulfilled, we are experiencing some kind of healing. And that wholeness is what Jesus is offering this man. That wholeness is what Jesus is offering us. When we are in the darkest points of our lives, those things that we feel like are forgotten, those things which we feel like are unfixable in ourselves, in our relationships, in our families, in our communities, in our countries, Jesus comes to those places and asks, "Do you want to be made whole?" And he says to this man, "Stand up, take your mat, and walk." And he does. He gets up and he goes out again, seeking those relationships that he has not had for all these years. And I wonder, what did he do after that? We know that immediately after this, he kind of gets accosted by people for carrying his mat because it's the Sabbath. Apparently, they failed to notice that he's carrying his mat because it's the first time he's walked in 38 years, but we'll forgive him for that. And then later on, he runs into Jesus in the temple. So apparently, he's back in the temple offering sacrifice of thanksgiving with his people. And that is a very good thing. But to him, and to those of us who have experienced God's healing, God's wholeness, there is a blessing and a challenge, a responsibility. Because with whatever time he had left, the next day, the next week, the next month, I hope he went back to the pool and to the places like it, where other people were friendless, waiting for healing themselves. I hope he went back to be the kind of helper he didn't have, to be the presence of God to someone else. I hope we go back to those places where we have made it through the thing we didn't think we were going to make it through it. Go back to those places where we went through the impossible, supported by God and by the prayers of our community. I hope he went back, and I hope we go back. The water is stirring. Do we want to be made whole? Amen.